Chapter 9. The March to London. It was while I lay in the flat meadows near Halliford, and while my brother was watching the fugitive stream over Westminster Bridge, that the Martians had resumed the offensive, though the majority of them remained busy with preparations in the Horsell pit. Three of them came out precisely at 8 o'clock. They had a strange pattern of movement. These Martians did not advance in a body, but in a line, each perhaps a mile and a half from this nearest fellow. They communicated with one another in a strange manner by means of siren, like halls, running up and down the scale from one note to another. A few minutes past 9, four other Martians joined these three sentinels, each carrying a thick black tube. A similar tube was handed to each of the three, and the seven distributed themselves at equal distance along a curved line between St. George Hill, Weybridge, and a village of Sand, southwest of Ripley. It was found that they had formed a crescent with 12 miles between its horns, but facing that crescent everywhere, at Staines, at Hounslow, Tython, Esher, Ockham, behind hills and woods, Sara the river, and across the flat grass meadows to the north of it, the guns were waiting. At this sight, I knew it was no good running. Then I crawled through davy nettles, brambles into a broad ditch by the side of the road. The thought uppermost in my mind was how much had they understood of human mind and intelligence. Did they grasp the fact that we were in millions, organized, disciplined, working together? Did they dream that might be able to finish us? Then, after an interminable time, came a sound like the distant concussion of a gun. Instantly, the Martian nearest to me raised his tube high and fired. The one nearest to him toward Staines answered him. There was no flash, no smoke, simply that loaded detonation. But all I saw was the deep blue sky above, with one solitary star and the white mist spreading wide and low beneath. There was absolute silence all around. What has happened? A voice asked next to me. This was the curé who had joined me and followed me everywhere I went. The earthly artillery had made no reply to the Martians' attack. Later, I was to learn that each time the Martians standing in the great crescent had fired from their gun like black tube, they had shot out a canister. These canisters smashed on striking the ground and immediately released an immense which cloud rose of high black gas. The inhaling of the black smoke brought immediate and instant death, as it was a poisonous gas. So, setting about it methodically, the Martians spread this strange stifling vapor over the London ward country. All night through their destructive tubes they advanced, never did they give the artillery even a ghost of a chance to make a move against them. Wherever they could see the guns, the Martians brought their heat ray into operation. One has to imagine the effect of his deadly operation. Nothing could beat the gravity of their attack on Earth. A strange and horrible vapor striding upon its victims, men and horses, running, striking, choking, and turning and twisting in great pain on the ground. From the window of the deserted house, the curate and I saw the Martians spread the black smoke all over the countryside. Before dawn, the black vapor was spread through the streets of Richmond, just outside London, rousing the population to the frantic necessity of life from the Martians. The officials asked the people to immediately leave and vacate the city of London and save themselves. Chapter 10. The Flight from London. By the dawn of Monday, a roaring wave of fear had swept through the greatest city in the world. The fright turned into a torrent round the railway stations and into a horrible struggle about the shipping in the Thames. By midday, both the police and the railway organizations had lost their efficiency, and there was a total breakdown. The trains were full, people fought like savages for standing room in carriages, and were being trampled and crushed. Revolvers were fired and people stabbed as the day advanced. The engine drivers and stockers refused to return to London. This forced the people to rush in multitudes along the northward running roads. There was total confusion. People in the cart whipped their horses and quarreled with other drivers. My brother cycled to Edgware, about 7, hungry and tired, but ahead of the crowd. As he took a quiet lane, he heard screams. He saw 3 robbers trying to steal a pony chaise occupied by 2 ladies. My brother, being a boxer, rescued them, hitting 2 of the robbers. The third one ran away when the younger lady fired a shot. Thus, he found himself driving along an unknown lane with 2 women. He came to know that they were the wife and the younger sister of a doctor living in Stanmore. The doctor had put them in the pony chaise with money and a revolver for their safety. He told them to go to Edgware and catch a train. He had stopped behind to warn the neighbors. They had left in the morning, and now it was 9 in the evening, and the doctor had not yet joined them. The crowd was increasing. My brother told them not to go to the station, but take the road to Essex and then to sea at Harwich. We met hundreds of people on the road who were haggard, jaded, and unclean. They did not know where they were heading or going. Edgware was a perfect scene of confusion. "Push on!" was the cry. "Push on! They are coming!" It was very much a struggling mass of people, but one thing was common to all of them. There was fear and pain on their faces and fear lurking behind them. They were all thirsty, weary, and footsore. They all chanted the same thing: "Way, way, the Martians are coming!" My brother was aghast to see 2 men lift something on the stretcher and put it gently on the grass beneath the private hedge. One of the men came running to my brother. "Is there any water?" he asked. "He is dying fast and thirsty. He is Lord Garrick." "Lord Garrick?" said my brother. "The Chief Justice?" "Water," he said. "There may be a tap in some of the houses," said my brother. "We have no water. I dare not leave my people." Twice the pony and the cart crashed into people running helter-skelter. My brother had to fight the crowd to turn the pony around. The 2 women were awfully and absolutely silent, too horrified to speak. He struck each word through hardly. There on either side of the road a great multitude of people were drinking at the stream, some fighting to get near the water. Near this place they halted, exhausted and hungry. The night was the night was cold, but none of them dared to sleep. And throughout the night people came hurrying along the road, and went in the direction where my brother had headed.